My house is by the cell tower there.
Rick Eppenbaugh thought he had seen it all. He served in the Marines and now works with troubled teens. But nothing prepared him for this.
I've always been a pretty hardcore guy, you know, being in the military and working with street kids. That's what I do, you know. Was kind of a street kid myself. You know, I was a pretty tough guy, but this is hard to take.
Eppenbaugh says this lake seemingly appeared within half an hour, covering farmland that surrounds his home. He says this water is the result of a storm and snow that melted too quickly.
Emergency management told me it topped the levee first, came over the top, and then there was 3 breaches, and he thought he had a 4th one.
Eppenbaugh, his wife, and dogs evacuated by boat. But they are worried about their 2 horses.
They were standing out front when we got in that boat and motored away. No one's seen them, alive or dead.
This is Eppenbaugh's 2nd unconventional trip home since the flood. It was his dream home.
We bought this place about 6.5 years ago, and all the kids, you know, when the kids all moved out, and I used to just sit out here at night, and, you know, stars are real bright, and your dogs are running around. So, you know, and we're not going to give it up. I mean, you know, we'll do what we got to do.
As you can see, the water came up to this water line. This farmhouse was built in 1924. And in all these years, it's never experienced anything this devastating.
We're going to strip this whole floor, drywall and insulation, dry it out. If the foundation's still good, you know, we'll just redo it.
While some things can be replaced,
You say until you start looking, you don't really even know what you've lost. You know what I mean? These are my daughter's wedding pictures. Got high enough to wreck those. All the money we put into this place in the last 6 years is just wasted, you know? I've been crying for 2 weeks, trust me. It's not that calm of a deal. I mean, it's so overwhelming.
after picking up a few things, Eppenbaugh had to walk away until the water recedes.
Dutch! Come on, Dutch! Get in there!
For now, he, his wife, and their 5 dogs are temporarily living in a house his boss owns.
You're a good girl. You want to go home, don't you? So do I.
No one around here has flood insurance. It's too expensive. Eppenbaugh says it may take up to a year, but he and his friends will come back and rebuild this home piece by piece. Elizabeth Lee, VOA News, Pacific Junction, Iowa.